Hi everyone, Natalie here, and today I'm going to be talking about vision, which is, it's basically the essence and the starting point for how you create and design your life. I think there's a lot of people that are on one side of the spectrum or the other. Some people have no vision and they just go through life day to day, reacting to everything that's happening. They just stick with the same job, the same career, something mediocre that maybe they're not happy with. They think their kids just are the way they are. Maybe your relationship isn't all that great, but you just go through life without actually having a bigger dream and a bigger vision. And then on the other spectrum, my spectrum, is people that have so much vision that they don't get any of it done. Or maybe they just dream so big and it's so large, but they're not actually breaking things down into actionable steps all the time. And I think it's important to be somewhere in the middle, figure out, what are all of your hopes and dreams? What do you see for your future? What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? What kind of vision do you have for your health, your spirituality? What's your vision for your marriage and your relationship? What's the vision for your kids? What kind of life do you really want to lead? Do you want to be working 70 hours a week for the rest of your life and have your marriage not be working for you and not see your kids? I mean, what is your vision? If you don't have a vision, then there's nothing to work towards. And then you're just reacting to life. So vision can be really important and extremely helpful for designing the life that you want to live. For example, I'm going to use health as an example. What's your vision for your health? Think about that. Like, what's your vision for how you want to feel every day? How much energy do you want to have? How do you want your clothes to fit? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to start working out? How about your eating habits? Do you have a vision for your eating habits about how you want to eat, how you want to take care of your body, how you want to fuel your body? Because if you don't have a vision for your health and you never think about these things, you're never going to make any changes. You're never going to be aiming for something better. It's true, right? I mean, when you think about it, if you don't have a vision for your health, life just happens to you. You grab whatever you're going to eat. You don't plan your workouts in the week. You don't make time for your workouts. And then you don't feel good. And you wonder why. You wonder why you're not feeling good. You wonder why you're not losing the weight. Maybe, you're at a starting point and maybe you just need to start breaking it down. Okay, where do I want to be? Where do I want to be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now with my health? And then figure out, what do I need to do to get there? In order to figure out how to get there, you have to figure out where you're starting from. So what's your starting point? Have you ever thought about your health? Because in all honesty, being healthy is not easy. It really isn't. It takes a lot of time and effort to educate yourself and to build new habits. And a lot of people just don't do it. Eating healthy is hard, especially when there's more unhealthy options to choose from than there are healthy options. You still got a lot of choices with healthy options, but it takes a little more time, effort, and education. So where are you starting from? And what do you need to get to where you're going to be? Do you need to start doing some research? Do you need to pick up a book and start reading so that you can learn more about that subject? Do you need to find a mentor or a coach or maybe an accountability partner, someone to help you along this journey? Because a lot of times we need something like that. And then once you've got some education, once you're utilizing these tools, well, then you need to schedule it. You actually need to make time for it. Okay, you don't need to find time in your schedule. You need to make time in your schedule. If you say, I don't have time to cook, I don't have time to work out, I don't have time for this, those are excuses. In all honesty, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And if you're making excuses, it's never going to happen. And you've got to take responsibility for that. So take the time, make the time. You need to figure out what your priorities are. What comes first? If work comes first before your health, before your spouse, before your kids, okay. You need to figure out what that is, and you're going to live a certain life. If you put work before everything else, you put work before your family and your health, then the other areas are going to suffer in your life. That's just how it is. It's important to have a vision for everything, not only for your health, but what's your vision for your marriage or the relationship you're in? Where do you see yourself in a few years in that relationship? Are you arguing a lot right now? Okay, well, what are you doing about it? Are you just letting those arguments continue and spiral out of control? Or are you starting to understand that you need some communication skills and actually trying to find some resources? There's books, there's audio tapes that you can listen to in the car, you can listen to on your phone when you're walking, whatever it is. There are ways to find some resources to help you become a better communicator, to help you design your relationship. Maybe you need to schedule some date nights away from the kids. Maybe you can pair up with another parent that has kids, and every other week you babysit each other's kids, so that you have time to have those date nights with each other. Even if it's just once or twice a month, it makes a difference. So what's your vision for your relationship? What's your vision for that? How about your kids? What kind of children do you want to raise? How do you want them to act in society? Do you want them to be contributing? Do you want them to be responsible? Do you want them to be deep thinkers? Do you want them to be leaders? Do you want them to respect the people around them? Okay, if you don't have a vision for your kids and who you want them to be, then how are you raising them? You're raising them unconsciously. You're just going about your day, and they're just going to turn out however they're going to turn out. Maybe you argue with them, maybe you order them around, maybe you cuss. Maybe not at them, or maybe you do cuss at them, I don't know. Or maybe you're just cussing around them, and then you wonder why they are so out of control. You wonder why they talk back to you. If you don't have a vision for how you want to raise your children and what kind of example you want to set for them, life is just going to take over, and you're not going to have any control. You are in complete control of how you raise your children. You are in complete control of how you design your life. But with your kids, it has to be led by example. And if you don't have those parenting skills, maybe you had kids really young, maybe you just never learned. Maybe your parents didn't set the best example. Okay, those are all excuses. They may be true, but they're excuses. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to find some parenting tapes? Maybe take some parenting classes, read a book? What are you going to do to become a better parent? How are you going to get your children to listen to you? Because ordering them around and yelling at them and cussing them is not going to change anything. It's only going to make it worse. So think about that. You have to have a vision for every aspect of your life. Your health, your spirituality. What are your spiritual goals? What are your goals with your spouse, with your kids? What's your goal for your lifestyle? That's a huge one. How do you want to spend your hours in your day? Do you want to be working 70 hours a week? Or do you want to be working 40? Or maybe you want to be working 20 hours a week and still make the same amount of money. You can design your life any way. Once you have the vision of how you want your life to be, then you can start creating those action steps. Where am I? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? Do I need to find someone who already has the lifestyle that I'm looking for? And what did they do to get there? Or what techniques did they use? These are all extremely important tools. So I hope you're writing some of this down, because this is really valuable information, because you have the ability to design your life in any way you want. Everything is a choice. And if you think you don't have a choice, it's an excuse. That's all it is. It's just an excuse. And you can come up with one excuse after another. I've started to realize I've got a lot of excuses for a lot of things in my life. So this is something that I'm working on too. I'm not immune to any of this. I have so much vision that I don't take action, and I haven't been setting those goals, but I'm starting to do it now. I'm starting to look at my vision and be like, okay, what do I need to do? What skill set do I need to have? Okay, now I need to schedule it, and I need to start to learn these skills, and I need to find someone to help coach me. And these are things that we all need to do, and including myself, and I'm working on these things. So you're not alone in this. And last but not least, what about the fun stuff? Are there things that you've always wanted to do with your life, yet you've been dreaming about it for 5, 10, 20 years, and you're just not doing it? Have you ever wanted to learn how to play the guitar? Maybe you wanted to learn how to surf? maybe you just wanted to go skydiving, or you've always wanted to travel somewhere. Maybe it's Machu Picchu, it's on my list, and why haven't you done it yet? If you look back on your life, you probably could have done all of this by now and been really good at some of these things that you wanted to do. But why have you not taken the time to make it happen? It's not about finding time, it's about scheduling the time. It's your choice how you spend your time and what means the most to you. Life is meant to be lived. It really is. And you have that choice to live your life instead of allowing life to just live you. These are powerful things to think about. And it seems like a really simple concept. But the more you start to chew on this, and the more you start to think about these things, the more you start to write down some goals or start dreaming big and then figuring it out, this can be extremely life-changing. Powerful, so powerful. So I hope you're taking all of this in. Don't limit yourself on your dreams. Have those dreams and then try and find a way to make it happen. It's all about taking action. You've got to start with the vision. You've got to figure out what that end goal is or where you want to get. Figure out where you're at now. Figure out what you need to do to get there. Figure out how to educate yourself, how to find someone who's already doing it and follow them. And then start taking action. You need to schedule it. You've got to put it in your day planner. You've got to put it on the calendar. You've got to just make it happen. You probably have the money to go on that vacation that you want to go on. But you know what? Instead of spending the money on that, you're spending the money on a lot of other things. You're buying all these beauty care products. You're spending money on eating out every week and buying drinks. And, you're spending money on all these other things out of your budget when you could be putting a few $100s away potentially every month for that dream vacation. And you can go this year. It's all possible. Anything is possible. So start to create your vision. Start to dream big. Start to write down your vision for every aspect of your life. Your health, your spirituality, your spouse, your relationship. Have your vision for your kids, for your future. How do you want to retire? What kind of lifestyle do you want? What kind of hobbies have you always wanted to do? Write it all down and then pick the ones that you want to start with that are most important to you. And it should probably be your health, your spirituality, and your personal relationship with your spouse. Those should be really high on the top of your list initially. And make the time. Make the time to do it. I hope these tools have helped you rewatch this, take some notes, and actually start to make some long-lasting changes and enjoy your life more. I hope this helped you. Please share your dreams, your visions, your thoughts. Share this with other people. And I just hope you all make some wonderful, lasting changes in your life. Keep dreaming big, have beautiful visions, and take action. Make it happen.